Hi guys. So, on this day, August 10th, it would have been the 76th birthday for my fiance. And I wanted to share with you guys our first date and the time that led up to our first date, how that went. So, for a couple years, after meeting him as a colleague, we would kind of greet each other and um, say hello, and he would always want to shake my hand. I knew it was flirting. I knew it was flirting. And he was very handsome, of course, very charming, but I just wasn't trying to get involved with anybody at work. Now, mind you, I have been in counsel with God, and we've been working on some things. I've asked him to, help me see love because I have been burned before in a relationship that I wasn't quite, didn't really get the real proper closure that I felt I needed. I started several relationships that, I always was kind of just half in, half out. And then when I, met him, I just really was like, this is going to be another messy situation, or a situation that I'm going to be regretting, especially on top of work. I don't need this. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't know. And he was just relentless. He was not letting go. With each gradual day from the very beginning, he was pushing more boundaries as far as gaining more access to my personal space. And when I say that, I'm not meaning physical all the time, not intruding and not disrespectful, but he was pressing in, making me feel very comfortable, showing me how to shoot baskets, not pressing, but in always engaging me in conversation. And one time he did ask me for my telephone number, and I told him absolutely not. So this is probably like 93 at the end of the school year. And I was, we're not doing that. And I guess he kind of used the end of the school year luncheon to try to make that advancement, but so anyway, this is probably the end of the 93-94 school year, right? Okay, so we come back from the fall. Now, I'm like feeling kind of weird because now I'm going to interact with him again, bringing students to this class, his PE class, and I'm feeling like awkward because I'm wondering if he's going to be as, sociable after, that uncomfortable, rejection that I had to serve him. But no, he was right back on his horse and back into the routine, and everything was good. And then one day in particular, he approached me in the hall leading to the PE room, and he shook my hand, of course, what he always did. And this time he kind of pulled, of course there was no one around, but he kind of pulled me a little closer, gently. And he said to me something like, if I asked you out for lunch, would you accept? He didn't really ask me directly, but he just kind of like, in his own little way, roundabout way, asked me. And I said, I don't know. You haven't asked me. And he said, okay, well, would you have lunch with me tomorrow? And this was Veterans Day. And I said, sure. And so we made arrangements and we drove ourselves to Peking, down below Jefferson on the east side. And we talked for hours and dined. I know I had sweet and sour chicken. He had chicken wings, which he was a fan of. And he had some rice and stuff. And we ate our food, and we had a beverage, fountain beverage. I didn't drink anything. He didn't drink anything. And we just talked. And we talked. And we talked. And I can't remember any of the stuff that we talked about. But I truly felt like I had met this man 100 times over. I was so comfortable being with him that I didn't even realize and pay attention to the fact that his skin was a different color, that his race was a different one than mine, that his ethnicity was different from mine, that his age was more advanced than mine. All of these things didn't matter to me. Not only was he comfortable in his skin, he was very comfortable in the environment that he worked in. And because of that comfort, that energy transferred to me. Now, does that mean I want an open relationship with him? Absolutely not. I need to get my head around the fact that, I actually am accepting that I am attracted to this man. I don't know how things are going to go, where they're going to go, if they're going to go anywhere. But I'm not trying to mess up or do anything that's going to interfere with the comfort for either of us in this work environment. I have been here before, dated someone in high school at my job, and it was messy. Now, don't get me wrong, you're dealing with two adolescents here, but with him, he's of advanced seniority. Very likely, this could go very wrong and I'd have to leave. I wasn't trying to do anything like that. So I had no idea our relationship was going to evolve to be what it was going to evolve to. But I was precautious. I was taking all of the necessary precautions to make sure that this thing did not fly south. And if it did for any reason, we could be able to make a transition back into our life and there'll be nothing wrong. I mean, I had started to rationalize, okay, what the end was going to look like, how I was going to deal with this, etc., etc., etc. But at any rate, things worked out amazingly well. Of course, we had our conversations about various different things. We ate lunch every day. That was the beginning of pretty much the rest of his life. And when I think about it, I may not have gotten to spend a great amount of years with him or the rest of my life, but I am so blessed to be able to have spent the last 3-4 years of his life with me. And I hope that he is proud of the woman that I became, proud of the person he inspired to pursue and continue to pursue education and academia, and become the woman who did not allow a man to define her worth and value. And I know he's probably wondering, why isn't she eating steak when obvious he had no problems eating any of the food that I would prepare for him. But it's just nice to be able to, think about him on this day and enjoy the memories and the smiles and just feel the energy of him when he was present and when he's not present, and just loving, being loved, and the power that brings to you is incredible. And on this day, I wish him a happy heavenly 76th birthday. And for the rest of you, my listeners, I wish and hope for you to find a love, or to embrace the love that you see in increments with everyone that you meet. I'll see you next time.